Bill Hagerty joins me now. Senator, do you agree with that? Are we just mopping up? That suggests that it's almost over, just a last tail end thing to do. Are we close to the end?
Stuart, I do think we're close to the end. If you think about the target package that Admiral Cooper was executing before we stepped back and had the ceasefire, we were 75 to 80% of the way through with that target package. Some people go out mowing the lawn. I like the way Roger Marshall portrayed it, mopping up. But this is the final steps as the regime tries to hold on. And you've got this debate going on internal to the Iranian regime between, I can't believe I'm saying this, the moderate terrorist versus the more hardline terrorist. It said they're both fighting for control over the steering wheel. If you remember the Thelma and Louise scene, is they're about to drive over the cliff. They need to come to reality here. President Trump has met them with resolve at every turn. As Roger Marshall said, we're going to respond at every turn with 10x the force. I think they're getting the message. Again, they're the ones that reached out to ask for these meetings in Doha this week. I think the Iranian regime needs to get the message loud and clear. President Trump is only going to base any type of relief on performance. That's what this MOU is designed about.
It seems to be the Revolutionary Guard that's lobbing these missiles onto the ships in the Gulf. They're the ones who are upsetting the apple cart here. Do you think it's time for us to, like the Israelis did at the start of the war, go after the leadership? Is it time to go after the leadership of the Revolutionary Guards now, knock them out?
Well, perhaps it is. I'd hate to get ahead of the president and the planners on this one, but I'll just say this. The target package is not complete. That target package had a variety of targets, whether they be physical targets or human targets. And I think the Iranian regime, particularly the IRGC, needs to take a look at this and say, look, who was here before? We're on the third tier of leadership there. They need to realize that this has very mortal consequences, and I think they do.
Good. Next one, Senator. Let's bring it home domestically. Democrat Senator from Connecticut, Chris Murphy, believes raising the minimum wage is the way to win back Trump voters. Watch this.
If you ask Democrats in an open survey what they think the minimum wage should be, they say $27. If you ask Republicans, independents, they say $26. You know why? $25 is just the minimum wage you need to pay your bills in this country. And in the most affluent, most powerful country in the world, if you work full time, you should be able to pay your bills. And by the way, we can afford it. It's not like we can't pay a $25 minimum wage. We just choose not to.
All right, Senator Hagerty, do you think that a $25 national minimum wage is a winning issue?
I think it may be a winning issue within Democrat primaries where the Democrat socialists are taking over the Democrat Party. That clearly seems to be where Chris Murphy is going. I mean, Bernie Sanders was at $17. Now Chris Murphy is coming in at $25. Who's going to bid $30, $50 an hour? This is all about price control, control of the economy, nanny state. They speak as though they've had experience in business. Clearly they don't. What this does is leads to unemployment for young people. You look at what happened in California, more unemployment, more automation, and higher poverty. You look at what happened in Connecticut when they actually tried this. More people on the Medicaid rolls after they actually implemented more price controls on wages. This is not the way the American economy needs to be focused right now. We need to be focused on international competitiveness. And the Democrats, rather than finding ways to deregulate, you think about what they did in the Biden administration, adding $4 to $8 trillion of incremental compliance cost on the American economy. You think about the war they waged on energy here in America. All of these actions that they've taken to make life less affordable, we're working to deal with it right now. But rather than help us address it, rather than work with us, they want to come up with these, again, socialist ideas. Again, I think it's all politics for people here. They may be considering presidential runs, but you think about how detached they are from reality.
Senator Hagerty, as always, thanks very much for being with us today. We appreciate it. Thanks.
Great to be with you, Stuart.